All right, we're back here on the Mana Symbol channel playing a little bit of Cavedan's Murktide Phoenix. So I played Aspiring Spikes Phoenix deck um, earlier this week. I didn't feel particularly strong about it. I mean, we ran into an unbelievable league of brutal hate pieces and main deck cards that were very, very effective against the strategy. And playing against it a couple times now, Phoenix is just one of those decks that can just kind of miss sometimes. Sometimes you end up being one spell short, one threat short. There's a lot of RNG that goes into it, and a lot of micro decisions that you have to manage very carefully a lot of the time. And that's not going to be different here, but what is different here mainly is the card Otherworldly Gaze. So for single blue, instant, you get to look at the top 3 cards of your library, put any number of them into your graveyard, and the rest back on top of your library in any order. And this card is cuckoo bananas powerful in a bunch of different potential shells. Cavedan's comparison is it's like Ponder with Flashback. And I want to underline the word like. Because for some reason, I've heard a lot of people hear statements like that and gone, it's not Ponder with Flashback. And it's like, no, they said like, not to say it's like that as in if Ponder had Flashback, it would be this. What Cavedan, I believe, is trying to communicate to you is that this is almost as good as that theoretical card would be in this kind of deck. And for certain purposes, like if you need to dig to something specific, like let's say land in a very common case, it digs you 4 cards deep to it, much like Ponder does. Now, it's not going to get it to you right away, but it is also an instant. So that's a big deal. We're also playing Murktide Regent in this deck instead of Demilich, as well as Ox of Agonas. So these sort of dredge style cards, these allow us to use our graveyard resource in a different way than Phoenix does, where Phoenix has to sit in there and sort of be vulnerable. There's also a pretty crazy nut draw, and it's not even nutty, of like turn 1 Otherworldly Gaze, turn 2 Murktide Regent, and all you need to make that happen is a single fetch land. So that's kind of nutty. I think you could even get Ox out by turn 3 pretty consistently. We are playing Faithful Mending as well. There's a bunch of one-ofs that all sort of function out of the graveyard. We got Radical Idea, which I always love. The art on this is not what I always think that it is, but no matter how many times I look at it, I can't see it differently. Maximize Velocity and Lavid Art. Oh, and Dream Twist. This one's not well known, but it's target player mills 3 cards instant speed, and it's got flashback, same cost as Otherworldly Gaze. So if you wanted more Otherworldly Gazes, you have them. We've got Thought Scour, we got Consider, Lightning Bolt, Manamorphose, just a lot of the same cards. So basically the big difference is we're playing Murktide Regent and Ox of Agonas. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Alex. Radical! So let's go. Cavedan has had an unbelievable amount of success with this list, and we'll see how we can do with it. Maybe you'll be able to play in the Modern Showcase tomorrow, Jake? I'm pretty sure I will, and I'm pretty sure I'll play Creativity. I think 7 a.m. PST sounds right. If it's not 7, it's 8. For anyone who loves Kelly Clarkson's Since You've Been Gone, or whoever they are, is Everything is Awesome. If you love one of those but you hate the other one, I hate to ruin it for you, but they have the same hook. Everything is awesome. It's like, it's right there. Hate them both? Well, good. I didn't ruin one of them for you. Well, thank you, Toboggan. I'm not a doctor. Yikes. I think this is unkeepable. We just don't have enough ways to fill our graveyard here, so we're going to ship that one. This is better. I'm not a big fan of having Dream Twist here, but if we have a way to ditch the Ox, so I think this is turn 3 Ox, which is pretty good. So we'll keep this bottom of the Tarn and see what's up. I do need double red and blue-white. But so Manamorphose will get us the double red when we need it. And Faithful Mending will help us make up the life total we're going to burn through on the first couple turns. Oh, we hit another Ox? Gonna play Modern Paper. Hell yeah. Is this Chalice? It's definitely Chalice. That's cute. Oh, it has CMC1. Whoops. I was like, haha, I'm casting something for 2. I'm a fool. It's been a minute. I should cast it in response. I'm just a moron. It's okay. I'm just getting warmed up. I did not need to fetch now, but that's fine. Hard cast Bone Crusher. All right. Probably not going to do it. All right. Well, there's that. So we're going to play... I want to find a land because I want to be able to go Manamorphose, Prismatic Ending, Ox. Let's just ditch the one. Never played Paper before with fetches, so I'm anxious. Just let your opponent know that you're new, and it usually helps smooth out any sort of discomfort or what do I want to say? Like feelings of awkwardness. Maybe I just play a giant Murktide Regent here. What do you guys think? Do we think... Oh, they could be on Obligator. But... let's just play a Murktide this turn if I miss the next land. Because we can always play the Ox next turn. Yeah, why not? Think I'd rather leave the Mending in here. No, I have one in hand. Let's just make a 7/7. I what name you are? Name your what? No, I get it. I'm garbage with the filtering on Murktides. And Manamorphoses in these decks that I don't play very often. They're going to take the ending here, I guess. This really doesn't bother me much. So let's radical idea first. Mending plus Ox if we draw a fetch. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, all right. Do we need to hit a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Yeah, we did. So we discard Radical Idea and Consider. Yeah. We can't beat Obligator no matter what. But by not attacking, I put myself in a much better position if they have a Reality Smasher. They actually can't obligate. Oh, no, they can. They can. I think it's better not to attack. If they have the Obligator, we're toast anyway, so. And we always would have been. Good. So if they go in with all, we just eat the Thought Seer. Yep. We're happy to discard Lavidart here. 2 colors, good. And then Ox is going to grow the Murktide even more. I have to eat everything, huh? What did I miss? There. Nope, the mending. There it was. All right, there we go. Hey, look! My Murktide's a 12/12. Boy, that seems lethal, doesn't it? That's a big boy. 12U? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah. Again, we're never beating Obligator. We have a 5/3 Ox to block Smasher, so should be safe. Yeah, that's. I mean, we've been praying for no Obligator for multiple turns. We dodged the Obligator. I think we need Wear Tear to fight Blood Moon and Chalice. Lavidart, I don't think is good because I think this is a non-monkey deck. There are some versions that still play monkey. There are some versions that don't. I don't think there's really a stock mono red Eldrazi list. There's just like 2 versions, and you just have to kind of deal with what you get. Yeah, I really don't think we want anything else here. A light touch on sideboarding definitely seems okay. The weird thing is I kind of want to cut some prismatic endings for the Wear Tears. Is that crazy? I mean, obviously it's not crazy, but like, it's unplayable, Alex. You can't play Otherworldly Gaze in Modern. You can't play Mono White Human Saga. It's unplayable. It's unplayable. I can cut the Maximize Velocity instead of one of the... Although Maximize Velocity with Murktide. I should be prepared for our graveyard to get attacked, though. What's unplayable? Otherworldly Gaze. It doesn't draw a card, therefore it's unplayable. Can't be played. Yeah, we'll dish Maximize Velocity. No, I want this card. Radical Idea seems, yeah. It isn't Ponder. I know. It's not Ponder. It's not even Ponder with Flashback. Yeah, I've been destroyed by this card in Limited. There's someone who drafted the all Flashback deck, and it was crazy. It was really good, really impressive. All right. The other thing about Wear Tear coming in here that's nice is we get to deal with Relic of Progenitus. Because we have to deal with Relic, we have to deal with Chalice. That's what makes this matchup tough. This hand is almost perfect. And now we get to see Otherworldly Gaze. Yeah, exactly. You're under arrest! Playing unplayable cards in my modern format? I don't know. I Aspiring Spike the Innovator is amazing, but sometimes Aspiring Spike the modern format critic is like, I can't sometimes. I can't. So we're just gonna go Foundry Bolt or Steam Vents Bolt. Steam Vents Bolt is fine. Right, and we can play that card too. In fact, we are playing that card too. Just one copy because we can mill it in with the other one. But like that card is not unplayable. If your graveyard synergy deck is as powerful as this one is, I agree with you, Toboggan. But like that there's no. I don't think there's any overlap between that part, which sucks, but the other part of. Like, you don't need to default to lazy terminology, in my opinion. And you don't need to start going off every time you see someone play a card that you wouldn't choose to play. That's why I created the command in his chat that is !unplayable, which says, well, it's not that you can't register that card. It's that Spike doesn't recommend you register that card. And I think I just wish he would read it out loud once or twice and be like, oh yeah, that is what I mean. Like, is this the best possible? But on the same by the same token, like, I don't know, I've seen so many of his decks get completely destroyed by things that are like slightly off meta, and it's like, oh, nobody in the meta deck is playing that. Obviously it's not Spike that says that, but like, I've seen people play Spike lists, or I've been against. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Toboggan. It's just so. It's really, I don't know. I don't want to use this term circle jerky, but it's really circle jerky a lot of the time. Okay, so we put Murktide on top. We put Maximize Velocity and Arclight Phoenix in the graveyard, and then I can't really get this Phoenix out, but I can definitely play Murktide this turn. So we'll do that. I guess if Manamorphose draws me into more spells. I could flashback the Gaze, maybe. So Manamorphose, see what we draw, then flashback the Gaze. Oh yeah, it won't do a single column. Hey, how's it going, Spider? Excuse me. All right, I'm ready for Mord to yell at me about my mana choices. I'm prepared mentally and emotionally for it. One, two, three. Then I only have to delve 4 cards? What if I just don't? Well, because then they could have the Thought Seer. I want to Murktide this turn or put this Phoenix into play. Murktide this turn eats a lot of the resources out of my graveyard. So let's go. Yeah, we're going to Morphose. We're going to go blue. I have to go blue now. I should have done this a different way. I should have left up the Steam Vents. That's okay. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just make like a kind of small region, right? Like, not even that small at all. Velocity at targeting Ox. Well, then I have to eat the Otherworldly Gaze. I guess it's fine. Yeah. I don't really like this play, but it's fine. And the maximized velocity leaving the graveyard actually triggers Murktide again, which is pretty sick. Yeah. So we're cracking in for 8 this turn. Unless they have double Dismember, or like Dismember Stomp, which is fine. I think we'll be able to play through it. Although, I'm not happy I had to eat the Otherworldly Gaze. If they actually have a response that matters here. So it's probably Stomp Dismember. Yeah, there it is. Alright, that's fine. We're one Otherworldly Gaze or Mill Spell or what. That's really annoying. They took Wear Tear. I know, I hate the monkey. Am I a believer in Gaze? I have no idea. I'm a believer in Cavedan. Cavedan's a believer in Gaze, so I'm trying it out. I've just seen way too many times in my life where smart, mostly well-intentioned people like really beat on a war drum about something like Otherworldly Gaze, right? And then they'll say something really goofy like, but I've never played it. But it's not playable, Spider. It's not playable. I haven't played it. I haven't played it because it's unplayable. I mean, you just can't do that. You can't. It doesn't draw you a card. You can't play that. It's like, but you didn't try it. You never tried it. Oh, thank you. This goes in my graveyard, opponent. But whatever. You do you, boo. Yeah. I feel like I hate it, but I'm not convinced it's unplayable. You can hate it all you want. I hate, what's it called? Expressive Iteration. I have played with Expressive Iteration repeatedly, and I hate playing with that card. I hate it. I hate playing with that card. It is objectively powerful. It's a good card. I just hate playing with it. I can't deal with it. Alright, so I kind of want to save this for Monkey. So let's Morphose first. And I can go blue-white on this, and that'll let me cast Gaze. That's a lot of bolts. That's a lethal amount of bolts. So we'll bin this. Bin that. Keep that on top. It's not about better or worse, though. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Faithful Mending is better. But that doesn't mean that Otherworldly Gaze is unplayable because the other card is better. We're playing both. Right? We're also playing Consider. Is Consider better than Opt for this deck? Of course it is. But that's not the discussion we're having. Is the card Otherworldly Gaze worth playing at all in any of the slots? Oh shit, they're taking my bolt. God, I'm so bad at playing against the stupid monkey. It wasn't in play, so I just was a moron. So now I lose my Arclight. It's okay, we got the Ox. And then I can't play the bolt on the monkey, but that's alright. I can't play the bolt at all. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. I have to eat the Phoenix here? Man, this sucks. Oh well. Alright. Good draw. It's not Magic if people aren't calling for bans. Fair. Fury. Word. Oh, and they could still dash the fucking monkey because of the treasure. God, I'm just so tilted by this goddamn monkey. Because it stole the freaking bolt off the top. We're not dead. I don't know why we're sadness resolving anything right now. We just lost a fucking Phoenix. Clearly I should have considered first. Yeah, the face-to-face opens are back, and it's pretty sweet. Okay, so Faithful Mending into Murktide. Pray for no Obligator again. Yep. That's not bad. Alright. Will I be at face-to-face to sign your gaze? Why would you want me to sign your gaze? I watched Everos try gaze in my, meaning Spider Space's, reanimated shell. He was trying it over consider, and it seems like card quantity did matter with looting. To be honest, it's pretty nuanced. We rarely get strictly better than cards, and people act like we do all the time. I agree with you. They just milled themselves, and they milled an Obligator. That's cute. They find the burn spell? They did. And it's a creature, which I have to block instead of the monkey again. Jesus, flipping flip. You were imitating Spike. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, fuck, man. Oh, this monkey has been so freaking obnoxious. Or we could just always have it. Monkey saving the day, my opponent has said in all caps in chat. We're just Faithful Mending to fill my yard here, right? Well, it also means I can take the hit from the TKS and block the monkey. So they'll only have one card in hand. Yeah. So we'll do that. Just ditch whatever we draw. Perfect cards to draw. And all I need is for the Murktide to be a 6/6. Alright. Bring it on, opponent. What do you got? Oh, they have Ramanap Ruins. I might have to block the monkey, or the Thought Seer instead of the monkey. So they have, yeah, they have enough mana to activate, so I can't block the monkey here. Alright. Alright. They got nothing off my deck, so it's all on them this time. The Fury again? No, we got him. Alright, so even with misplays, we 2-0'd them there. So I'll be back in a second. Smoothie Cup. But Otherworldly Gaze looking super impressive so far. And again, this is a different construction than Spike's deck, but I was never particularly impressed by what Demilich was doing. I mean, it was fine. It's definitely good, but this deck... But yeah, Spider Space had the comment about Everos playing the Reanimator deck. And I think the Reanimator deck should be structurally changed enough in some direction that you're not just playing a worse copy of, say, Consider or something like that. Like, the Otherworldly Gaze describes a more all-in style of deck, and you should build your deck to be more all-in if that's what you want to do. Hey, Emma. I love that quote. As long as it doesn't taste like orange juice fermented under a radiator. That'd be the Latour then. That'd be the Latour then. The David High Pierce playing Cecil. This hand is pretty nothing. I think I'm supposed to ship this. I think this is the classic we can do better. Alright, 0 lander. I know, Dan. I mean, I don't think you object. I don't think you object to me mulling that hand. I made a bunch of misplays in match 1, and we beat Mono Red Eldrazi pretty handily. Do I follow the Simpsons Trivia Twitter account? I don't think that I do, but I'll make a point of it. If you are tolerant to do so, feel free to link it. All right. I think this is how I want to go. We're going to go Consider first, and then Thought Scour if we miss the land. But yeah, Cavedan, this deck has already felt a lot better to me than the Spike deck, which I didn't really care for. I mean, I also ran into a League of Unbelievable Graveyard Hate. If I ran it back, I'd probably like it more, but... Yeah, Murktide was super impressive. Put it in your graveyard. No. Okay. I am not surprised at all, Hong, and I wish Cavedan had been here, because I don't want to go over my points from earlier all over again, but Cavedan, I think you'd agree with me that the modern discourse is often very frustrating, because people will act like things are such a way, call cards unplayable, without actually meaning unplayable. And anyway, am I just firing off both cantrips here? I think I'm supposed to just Otherworldly Gaze for selection. If I want to play both spells here, I want to play the Thought Scour first. I guess I can just do that. Like, am I supposed to just YOLO here, Cavedan, or should I play a slower game? I'm probably against Phoenix, so I think I want to get stuff going. So I think I go Thought Scour into Otherworldly Gaze here and then just fire off. All right, fire it all off. I don't think the stigma of bad cards is just a modern thing. It's not. Oh my god, ridiculous draw. Ridiculous draw. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so we go bin this. I could top both of these, but I think it's okay. Yeah, and then, okay, leave that on top. I think I just play Tapland Murktide here, right? Nah, I don't want to. So it's only 6/6. I guess if they're an Unholy Heat deck. Sorry, 7/7. Never mind. Everything's perfect. See it for standard for year. Bad cards can be made very, very good by the deck construction and synergy. Yeah, exactly. Like, so much about Magic is about context. Everything in Magic is about context, and some of the most broken cards of all time have been bad in a vacuum. Sword of the Meek was nothing until Thopter Sword was printed. Well, Emma, you've got to consult my song. I'll give you all the information you need to know about the shape of Modern. Also, you can get yourself a donut badge here if you subscribe. I'm just saying. The first one's got a bite taken out of it, but stick around for a couple months and... So this means they're getting 1 Phoenix and X number of Demi-Liches this turn. And the question is that more impressive than my giant Murktide? Oh, they got a Mending. Yeah, Valakut, yeah. They got a second Phoenix? They did get a second Phoenix. So 2 Phoenixes plus a Lightning Bolt could theoretically kill Murktide Regent. Thought Scour, they're going deep. Nope. Nothing more. Dos pollos. All right, I'm definitely attacking. Yikes! All right, so let's Manamorphose into Otherworldly Gaze. See if we can't hit a Faithful Mending. I think I go. Do I go blue red and then I leave up the white in case I hit Faithful Mending? And then if I hit a Mending, I can draw to the land, play the Otherworldly Gaze, and go off. Yeah, I have no heuristic. I have no basis for how to manage my colors in this deck. Like, maybe I was supposed to do this plus this and go blue-white so I could have double red or double blue. I think I was supposed to do that because then maybe we hit an Ox, but it doesn't matter anyway. I can't change it now. Okay, so we hit a land, but that just means I can hard cast a Phoenix, which is fine, I guess. Just hard cast a Phoenix and smash. It's not great, but it is what it is. You're either supposed to do the upkeep line. Yeah, I could have gone Manamorphose, Gaze, in the upkeep. That probably would have been way better. You could double Gaze, dig for Mending in the Oxen, and get rid of 1 bird back there. I don't understand. Yeah. These decks are definitely not at all in my wheelhouse. There's way too many weird micro decisions. Yeah, I didn't have the second land when we started the turn. We have Cavedan and the Doctor. Anyone else? Murktide is a good show, Jen and I. Baby, come back. I love Steve. They've got another Mending. Good lord. They have had a good run this game. What do I have to teach you? 8 Arms Slapper. That is not a name. Do you stream? Oh yeah, I'll teach you anytime, Cave. Dan the Man. Daniel the Manual Shrever. Yeah, there you go. That's a name. They don't attack again. All right, so let's upkeep Gaze once. I don't have an Ox, but I think it's more likely that we cast a Faithful Mending this turn because I haven't seen one yet. So we just bin all of this. But this means I can... Oh, wait. No. Bin this and this. Draw the Flooded Strand. Fetch blue. Play the second gaze. Play the maximize velocity on the Regent. Gets both my Phoenixes back. I could just take the island for this. Okay. You think I'm going to be in a stale mate for a while and you conserve resources, dig for oxen? I don't know how to do that. I don't have any concept. Like, I can't, like, this is the thing that happens with me with these decks all the time. I can't manage this many. I know, I wish that was something, like, I don't know. I wish that's something that I could fix. I just bin it all. I mean, I could leave back both Phoenixes when I attack with the Murktide. But I feel like we just smash and assume we're not going to die. I mean, I could leave back two Phoenixes. I just leave back all the Phoenixes here. Yeah, this makes things really hard for them. And, like, it doesn't really matter that they block with a Phoenix. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Yeah, attacking with the Murktide, like, doesn't do anything other than, like, make the game awkward for them. They're going straight to combat. That's very strange. And then they didn't attack. Wild. Because they get a free block with the Phoenix. So I think we're supposed to pass the turn now. Alternatively, I could attack with 3 Phoenixes. But then, yeah, it's probably better to sit back. Just smash. If I had a bolt to remove their Phoenix, I would smash. Because we could basically kill them. But because I can't kill them, I feel like I'm supposed to wait. I don't know. I smash with something. You got 1 on top. I don't know what that means. Dig for Ox main. Alright. That I can do. Thanks for the follow, The Darks and Plablo. Plablu. Maybe. Hey, look. Found the Ox. And another Murktide Regent. He's pretty good. So now we can swing plus play a new Murktide. Which is going to be small, but just play Murktide. Yeah. Just always have it all. Yeah. Trigger. But now I just go like attack, attack, attack. Hit him for like 6. Seems good. If I attack with all the Phoenixes, they can't... What do I mean? What am I trying to say? With this attack, they could block a Phoenix. They're going to block the Murktide, but... I don't know. Is it even worth needling them? It's not. Yeah, we gained life there. So I can see myself taking a maximum of 15 damage this turn. But there's no way they can remove the 14/14 Murktide. And I can only take the 15 damage if they were to swing with 4 Phoenixes, which is unlikely. And again, we have blockers. Like, the 2 Murktides kills them on their own, so they need to keep back at least 2 blockers. This is a very weird game, and I feel heavily disadvantaged. Mentally. Not deck-wise, I think we're advantaged. But I just don't know how to manage this at all. Yeah, I never played any blue-red Phoenix, and I certainly never played any mirror matches. Yeah, there's no things, though. Nobody's playing things. Right. So I can just pass here then. Because I want to have more cards in my hand in case I hit like double bolt. How many bolts are we down? Like 1? Just 1. All right. They're also down to 20 cards in library, though. I think attacking with Murktide is hitting their resources, though, because they have to keep recasting these Phoenixes. Well, I wanted 1 more card in my hand, Cavedan, because I wanted the ability to have more selection when I get to the Faithful Mending. Alright, so they're going to have to bolt if they want to kill this Murktide. Trigger. Wait. Could I have killed... No, I can't kill them. God damn it. Everyone's giving me completely mismatched information. Like, nobody is saying anything the same, and it's all based on completely reasonable sounding logic at the time. It's very, very frustrating. I apologize. No, it's not your fault. It's not you or anyone else. It's just like, I already said it. I can't manage this. I know. But, like, I don't know. My gut was to, like, not attack for a long, long time, and then people were like, oh, no, but you gotta keep attacking with something. And it's just me. It's just me getting to myself. It's fine. It's a 10 sport state. It doesn't have to be. If you understand it, there should be no tension. It's the lack of understanding and the sort of peanut gallery effect that's happening, which is fine. The thing is, we're at 19, Dan. I don't realistically think they can kill me, but maybe. They don't have enough red to cast all the bolts now. Now play classical gas. I love it. I don't think they can kill us. And they're gaining 2, but that's not enough. The thing that's saving us is that Demi-Lich has to pay the mana, which makes that card just so much less powerful than it's supposed to be. Fear of counterattack is reasonable. You also need to pressure them. I don't know that we do. Like, I think Cavedan nailed it down where he was like, the idea that we could knock down enough Phoenixes that our Alpha Strike was unstoppable. I think that was the right way to go. I do think there's some merit to like continually pressuring their resources, but you would have gone the opposite route. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I'm just commenting on. Is like it's really confusing. I do need an upkeep stop. I will block as many Phoenixes as you swing with, opponent. One of Anchor of the Gods. That would be real good. So I have Dream Twist, and I have Otherworldly Gaze play and fly. Oh, they didn't attack. Okay, so I can do what I wanted anyway. We gotta find a bolt. We'll put in the bolt in my graveyard. Oh, sorry. I'm confusing the names of the card. Yeah, I was gonna upkeep Gaze here to select for whatever we need. I think we just bin all of it. I guess I can keep the Manamorphose. It doesn't really help me though. Oh, hey, we win? What? How did... Oh, there's another Phoenix in the graveyard. Yeah, there's another Phoenix in the graveyard. Yeah. So I can grab Manamorphose here, which does matter now. Just keep Consider and Morphose. I did not keep the Consider because I didn't consider it. Okay. I should have gone red on that one. Well, I've played enough spells now. I just don't want to burn off this mana. Scour them out of the game. I think we just win here. I have a red up. We should hit a bolt. Did not hit a bolt. We don't win if they have a bolt, though, right? Or do we? We do? Right. That's true. All right. Yeah. Yeah, they're on 4, and if they fetch, yeah. All right, we got them. Oh my god! My brain... So that should make things a little bit easier. And this one, this card is awful. This card is not necessary. You want the paths? Boo. No path. Zach, no likey. Don't bring in Flusters? Oh, I love flustering their first spell. Hermit in the sideboard. I mean, this is a Cavedan list, Emma. It's hype as all hell. It makes your non-creature spells uncounterable. Both darts in, Dream Twist out, no flusters. Got it. You wanted the... Was it Velocity out? I lost it already. Yeah. Because they'll always have flying blockers. I flustered up already. This will be Emma in 50 years? No, come on. Your hairline will be way better than that. Oh yeah. I love Cavedan for the was it Cavedan or Dave who went with Hostile. Because to me it should be it would be very instinctively hostile. Um, but I think obviously the joke would be lost there. So I'm a bad person, I guess. But also, I love that Dave was like, "It's like Howl's Moving Castle." I'm like, "No, it's more like that Russian." Oh, I wish Shauna was here. There's a Russian folklore about a witch in a. It's like a walking treehouse. I want to call it the Babadook, but it's not that. That was a crappy movie a little while ago. Okay, I think we just go tapped. Baba Yaga. That's right, Baba Yaga. Thanks, guys. I feel like it's a lot closer to that. Or the creepy carriage from Beauty and the Beast with the four legs. They're like tree legs, stumpy tree legs. I don't know. Mort has recently registered Mistvale Plains, and I think he's been part of a Mistvale Plains resurgence in Modern. So like, he's not guiltless of doing things that are incredibly questionable. Let's say, or let's call them freely questionable. Yeah. Okay, so I guess one of the questions I have is, do I need to worry about them playing surgical? What's up, Arcade 99? Um, I kind of want to just Manamorphose into a Murktide Regent here. I know it nukes some useful stuff out of my graveyard, but it also feels like it's just like, okay, we've resolved a Murktide, and then just don't ever bin a Murktide if you can avoid it. Yeah, that's why I kind of want to just put one into play right now. Just go Morphose into Murktide. If the Phoenixes get surgical, so be it. Well, I mean, like, I only have this to bin it right now. I could Morphose into Murktide and leave the Mending. I think that's what I'm doing. All right. Anyone can call this wrong that wants to. Yeah. Thanks, 8-arm slapper. I just like the way this sets up something that's like, yeah. So that doesn't put a Murktide in my graveyard, so we have dodged Cavedan's greatest fear. The surgicaling of the Murktides. The wailing and the gnashing of Murktides. Dan is a doctor of one of the most, like, surprising things I think you... Did we win? We're like halfway there, I think. So we can go Bolt, Surgical, Faithful Mending, get our Phoenix back. There's no way to dodge their Surgical. It's not possible, and as Cavedan said, we just don't need to care. I would lead on Bolt, Surgical. Why? To cut off all the possible lines? I'm just curious. Shows hand. True. True dat. Hold on. I don't like the way that did that. Scaw! They could surgical themselves. Got it. They had a Phoenix in hand. They have Ravenous Trap. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But this is 3 or more cards. So... But they also have Flusterstorm. So I'd really like to win this game for clock reasons. There is no way realistically I can play around the Ravenous Trap other than just like cast a Phoenix next turn. But I guess I could just do that. And then cast the Ox the turn after. Alright. Nothing in their hand does anything about that. Could have exiled their own yard if you flash back first. Yes. Yes. So I go Spirebluff. Pass the turn. Yeah, we're going to Faithful Mending on their end step. They'll Flusterstorm it. That's fine. I really don't care. And then we just hard cast Phoenix. And the next turn we hard cast Ox. And... yeah, see, Dan's PhD is fascinating. I didn't want to say it, Dan, because you don't bring it up very often. So I figured there was maybe a reason. Yeah, it's super cool, right, Mord? Caw! 3! Cube BC, you could just stay here forever. You could just stay here forever. Oh. Cube BC. I'd VIP you, but I don't know if I can run out of those or something, so just know you're a VIP in my heart. So I can end step this Faithful Mending. Yeah. And then we'll just cast the Ox. And I want the land because I could play it first. And I can play that first. Should have left up red blue. I thought I did, but I just mixed these up. All right. Can I flip out my Phoenixes? Yeah, I can, and I should, right? So, I'd rather Lava Dart than Surgical here. Yeah. Trap right. Fuck. Of course I forgot about it. Sorry. Goldfish brain. Yeah, there it goes. My bad. Yeah, totally forgot about it. I forgot we were playing around big time. Don't know why. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I needed to leave it up on screen. Oh, it's the Surgical. I can't leave it up on screen. It's just super obnoxious. Yeah, it's fine. We got Lightning Bolt, Surgical. We know they have Flusterstorm. Crap. All right. Well, I have made mistakes in my life. I think the game plan this game was to find Murktide, resolve Murktide, then trigger Phoenix. Why? No. I should have had an upkeep stop, and I was getting distracted. Yeah, I know, but I just missed the opportunity. Although, they don't have quad blue. Alright. They have Flusterstorm. They need more. Okay, that's not enough yet. Flusterstorm is 3 right now. Flusterstorm is 4 now. Still not enough. I don't think they could possibly make it enough unless they have a bunch of Manamorphoses. Yeah, we got them. Alright. So, we're kind of punting our way through this league, going through some serious growing pains, but I mean, Hong, it is like a predator of that deck. In theory, Spike's deck is just going to have a different matchup spread, but like I've been really like if I had played that game properly, when they Ravenous trapped us there. Oh, enjoy, Cavedan. When they Ravenous trapped us there, if I'd kept the Otherworldly Gaze in hand, we would have just like immediately. Just imagine if you played correctly, you'd probably lose. I don't think so. I would have had more resources left over when I won. But that's neither here nor there.
Compadres, it is imperative that we crush the freedom fighters before the start of the rainy season.
And remember, a shiny new donkey for whoever brings me the head of Colonel Montoya.
Thanks for the follow there, Dark Steel Education. Well, I understand, Spider, but like, I don't know. I don't want to think that way about it. Like, obviously that eventually did come up, but all right, this is probably the most mediocre hand, but I'm not gonna mull this one. In the end, it didn't even matter. It's true. All right, don't need those now. Well, I agree with that offbeat hero, but it also I don't know the right way to describe it. Alright, so let's conserve our life total a little bit here, but I do want to fire off this Consider and start filling the yard. I knew you would, Mord. That's like a U list. Crap. Alright, there are more Phoenixes in my deck now. Phoenixes and other graveyard payoffs. Put Scalding Tarn in my graveyard. Yes. And then they steal a Prismatic Ending. Which is fine, because I could only remove DRC with it, and I really don't care right at the moment. It's feeling pretty good, Tony Idaho. Oh, we drew a Bolt, but they have infinite mana. Yeah, I agree with that, Freak. This list is more user-friendly. It's also just very different. It just plays a different selection of threats that are less explosively aggressive. But okay, this is good. So they gotta have the main deck Spell Pierce here. God, why would you sequence that way, you jerk? Opponent's a jerk. I don't know why that annoys me as much as it does, but it frequently does. Yeah, I agree with that, Spider. I know exactly what they're talking about. So I would just jam this giant Murktide Regent, but they actually have counter magic in their deck. Although they didn't protect their monkey. But just pass here. I do have a deck lined up to play after this League Cube, but the one after that is open. I'll probably do a third one. Yes, it is Hung. Amadeus, 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 Amadeus. Rock Me Amadeus, I believe, by Falco. I am definitely not too good of a player, but I also make it a habit of showing people like every step of me learning a deck for the most part, or like you'll see like early on, middle of the road, and further on, whereas Spike plays most of his like sort of learning growing pains stuff off stream, which is fine, but it does lead to a kind of skewed perception of how that comes together. Still haven't flipped their DRC, huh? Which is fine. Like that you can do it either way. People need to be cognizant of that. Yeah, and that's his intention too. He says it all the time. Is like his intention is to keep doing what has made him exceptionally successful, which is playing very like well-tuned competitive decks on stream all the time, and playing them very well. So I'm just a little mana short of a third spell here, but we can probably force them to play something on their turn with the bolt. I don't know what's going on with the Jig is Always Up's conversation about nerve gas in my chat, but get out of here. No, I understand, Jake. I obviously, yes, I saw you saying you're a chemist. I just, obviously you weren't the person who brought it up. I just love that I look into my chat all of a sudden I see it's like, well, I'm a chemist, and let me tell you something about storing nerve gas. It's not as easy as the movies make it look. Like, obviously that's not what you said, but it was like... Yeah, we'll get that. Gaze is definitely something I'm kind of interested in here. Gaze plus Mending plus Radical Idea is 3 spells. But that means I have to discard the Murktide. So let's upkeep Gaze to try to hit a land. And we can bin the Radical Idea. Because if I hit a 1-mana spell, that's good enough too. Yeah. Gaze on upkeep has been insane. It's a play pattern that I didn't really consider. And now that Cavedan pointed it out, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's brilliant and obscene. What do you do? Counter it? So we found the 1-mana spell, so we can get our Phoenixes back. So let's go bin, keep... Draw. And then we'll go Thought Scour. Did hit a second Phoenix. And I think I'll play Radical Idea. Discard the Ox. Thanks, Freak. Radical! Surveil is better than Scry in almost all situations. If anyone wants to, actually on you on that. Sometimes you don't want to draw Emrakul. Opponent says, finally someone other than me who figured out that Ox probably belongs to that deck. I'm going to say Cavedan is my patron saint. Got a whole lot of it. Surveil is better than Scry, but not in all cases. Like, I'm sure there's some specific thing. Am I supposed to keep attacking here? Or, sorry, am I supposed to start attacking here? Yeah, probably. So I can bring back my stuff next turn. Important one of tutor targets. Yeah. Like, you would rather put that on the bottom. But with Surveil, you can't. You either have to draw it, or you put it in your graveyard where you can't get it. So yeah, that's a great example. I'm glad Alex put on Whole Lot of Love. Whole Lot of Love has one of my favorite little, like, music quirks that I noticed when I was learning to play drums. Which is, you can hear that either his hi-hats are really light or his hi-hat is set up with a really tight spring. And it's pushing the cymbal up so fast that when it hits its peak height, there's a sound. It's like... And it's just one of those things that, like, once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Like the squeaky bass drum. Or the squeaky pedal. Where my hat's low. You can hear it really, really clearly there. Okay. So we'll Prismatic Ending the DRC, and if they counter that, we get to play Murktide. Symbolism. It's a bit symbolic, is what it is. Yeah, but symbolic of what? No, it's just like a metaphor. Yeah, but a metaphor for what? What? It doesn't have to be for anything, does it? I don't know why, but I just, like, it always makes me think of, like, stuff like Spinal Tap. Pulmonary symbolism. Alright, Manamorphose is a gas draw here. Actually, let's start with that and go red-white? No, because then I don't have double blue. Blue-white? I don't need red for anything this turn, really? Yeah. Yeah, blue-white. Yeah. Starting to get a handle on this. Oh. Okay, so ending first, and then if they counter it, we go Murktide with haste. Which is, you know, something. Alright. They didn't. And now I can't play the Ox, but that's okay. We'll play Mending here, I guess. Because I want to gain the life. They have Counterspell. There's just no way they don't. And I don't feel the need to play into it. They have 6 cards in hand, so if I leave a Phoenix back, there's just no way. But they're going to bolt. Maybe I should have held on to that land. Maybe they're not going to bolt. They're probably going to bolt. You would have slammed the Murktide anyway. I should have left enough blue mana to do it post-combat. That's what I should have done. I didn't realize that they could have more interaction than strictly only exactly the card counterspell. Because, you know, I'm a very smart man. I mean, we might lose the game because of it, so it is kind of a big deal. Like, losing a game that we otherwise could have won, right? Like, blue was fighting for Manamorphose. Well, I know, but I could have set up the turn in a different way. Yeah. I think Cavedan said it pretty well. It's like, well, or whoever was here was saying it pretty well, which was like, there's just too many options with this deck. It's very difficult. So I could play Upkeep Otherworldly Gaze here, but I think I'd rather Manamorphose first. And we'll go red, red, and then play the Ox. The Ox will eat a counterspell, and then we play Murktide. And if I draw a red land, we can kill them with haste. No, they have a flyer. We'll see what happens. All right. Yeah, it's definitely true, Jig. And, like, the most important thing is to go into the match having a good idea of, like, what is likely to win or lose you the match. Okay, so we play Ox here. Land, 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 and, this will make me discard my hand. Play Murktide first, then play Ox and haste it? They're going to counter it, though. They're going to counter the Ox, right? They have to counter the Ox? They have to counter the Ox. They don't have to counter the Ox, but they're probably going to counter the Ox, right? Yeah, we can play the land now. Yeah, alright. Yeah, let's play the Ox anyway. If they counter this, we can play Thought Scour in response and get our Phoenix back anyway. And possibly more Phoenixes. And somehow, magically, I'm up on clock. By some miracle, we're the ones who are up on clock. Which is... Yeah, that's what we're going to do if they counter, which they didn't. So we can remove this and haste the Ox. I will go to 4 for that play. Is that worth it? We have Lavidart for Monkey. It's worth it. Did you show Murktide game 1? Yeah, I think so. This is risky, but this is where we live now. That's fair, yeah. Okay, opponent, I will kill you. Again, I have Lavidart. I think we just swing for lethal. Heat, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Oh, we just go lethal here though. I still have Lavidart. No, we don't need to leave one back, right? I mean, I could. Yeah, maybe I should. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just go over 2 turns. Likely... Yeah, leaving one back is fine. Leaving one back is bad? Why? I understand that we don't put them to 1, but, like, I can still get the Phoenixes back next turn. Again. How do they kill you? It's not likely, but they could have Bolt, Counterspell. I don't know. It's fine. I'm just going to block this and then bring them back again. And we still have Ox afterwards. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, they would have... I think what I was playing around was something they would have just killed me with anyway, but it's okay. They have 1 card in hand. It doesn't matter what it is anymore, I don't think. No, I have a Lavadart. So they also need a counterspell. Drek. For what you're saying. So we'll gaze on upkeep again. Yeah, this list is insane. Cavedan is a genius. And we still have more Phoenixes to find. Do I want Consider? So what spells am I playing? I've already played 1. I'm going to play Lavadart. I'm going to play Consider, and then I also have Faithful Mending. I'll just bin it. Bin it all. Bin it all and draw a Phoenix. That's a draw. So I guess do that. I don't know who this is. If I've been playing up for the longer game already, I guess we'll keep doing it. I can't flashback Oxes anymore, or at least not until I find another red source, which I might not have, but that's okay. The fact that I didn't find another Phoenix by this point is really something. Alright, people are definitely going to tell me I botched this game, and maybe I did. It was Bolt. Wild. I feel like they definitely could have killed me, right? There's just no way they couldn't. Right? Yeah, I think so too, Jig, but, like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, but, I mean, we're here now. If you attack with both, you may have been dead. I think so. Maybe. They got Murktide? That's cute. I also have Murktide. Problem is I have a Gaze? Alright, so my Murktide beats their Murktide. Perfect. Do I want to Gaze on upkeep? Murktide is already bigger? What do you mean? Yeah, I want to Gaze after I cast it, yeah. Read additional text. What? I don't... I know the additional text on Murktide. So let's just Gaze now. Should have darted after attacks. I needed the dart to trigger my Phoenixes. Ox makes a... Yeah, I guess... Oh, yeah, we just do it for the double red. Sure. And that puts a second threat into play. Yeah, I like that line. Yeah. Well, we'll discard the next Murktide, but that's okay. Sorry, it's just the way people were saying it. It's like, my Murktide comes into play and is immediately bigger than theirs without doing anything. It's like, well, no, that's not how that works.
Compadres, it is imperative that we crush the freedom fighters before the start of the rainy season.
And remember, a shiny new donkey for whoever brings me the head of Colonel Montoya.
Bolt upstairs. All right, we got him. Yeah, definitely. No, I also missed the Manamorphose for double red flailing soup, so it's not just you. Okay, so we got Lava Dart number 2, which is definitely fine. We got Path to Exile, which is very good. Probably don't want Flusterstorm. We could bring in Surgicals, but I don't know how much I like that. I'm guessing they'll be on Soul Guide Lantern. I think I still like Maximize Velocity, but Radical Idea. Probably don't want all 4 Prismatic Endings. I can cut 1. I think I want Maximize Velocity. There's just like a bunch of times where they won't have a flying blocker left back and we could just kill them with Murktide Regent. That's a really cool line, Jake. Endurance yourself with Murktide for lethal with Murktide. Versus the Monkey DRC deck doesn't seem bad. The thing is, I already have 4 bolts and 2 Lava Darts. And Prismatic Ending being a sorcerer is really annoying against Monkey a lot of the time. Yeah, I know they're going to bring in Graveyard Hate, Steven's voice. The question is, what kind of Graveyard Hate are they bringing in? I'm guessing that it's Soul Guide Lantern. Could also be Surgical. It's unlikely to be Leyline. It could be Leyline. Soul Guides and Surgical. Yeah, that's what I'd expect. Yeah, we got to try to play around them. Lantern was the most common, but I think Surgical is going to see a resurgence. I've been saying that for about a week and a bit. After the success of Spider Space's Spider Space playing the Reanimator list and Spike playing the Phoenix list, I would. Or I'll just cut the velocity. It's a bit of a pipe dream. Or just cut one of the many cantrips, or like the self mill spell. Seems a little less good when we don't know what their graveyard hate. Yeah, Relic should be... Well, Relic is better against DRC decks. These decks tend to turbo fill their graveyard, so it's like you don't get chip damage with it, and it hits their own graveyard, which is tough for that deck. I think I'll keep this. It's slow, but like we can find cards we need. Yeah, I guess you could play Relic for the potential upside with your own Murktide, but that's like kind of sketchy. I think Jacob Comiskey probably does that. Okay, no monkey's good. You know the crazy thing? Out of all the cards in my hand, Otherworldly Gaze is the cantrip I want to play first here. Like, not even close to joking about it. Because what I really want to find at the moment is a Lightning Bolt. And it's going to make that the most likely to happen. Additionally, there are 4 Phoenixes in my deck, which... Yeah, sure. I mean, you can poke fun at me using the word cantrip here, but I don't need 7 cards in my hand at the moment. Just cast Wanderer or Brainstorm. I like those cards, but my brain can't handle that format. Like, I don't know. I'm a flawed individual who's not intelligent enough for Legacy. It's extremely subtle, without a theoretical understanding of the format and deck building in general. Just most of the plays just fly right over someone's head. I guess the counter argument to blowing the gaze first is it's the best way to recharge my graveyard if they have a way to attack it, but it doesn't look like they do. Well, that's frustrating. I want all these cards. Luckily though, I do get to keep them. I could go bin, pick up the Murktide, and then we can play it by turn 3. But I think we just bin the Scalding Tarn and actually just draw both of these, which is fine. And I'd rather draw the Path first. I'm not going to shock, though. So maybe I do shock. Yeah, all right. Double shock. Getting hit with a monkey is no fun. And then there's a non-zero chance they could just go like end step Thought Scour, slam Murktide to try to get ahead of me. Opponent just said that card seems kind of bad. All right, it's personal now. All right, chat, it's personal now. Game over, man. Game over, man. Game over. They did Thought Scour themselves. I'm waiting. Come on. Do it. Yes. It's so good. Get out of here. Nah, I like that one. Thank you. Bing, bing, bing. Oh, no! I don't have double blue. Ah! It's okay. We'll just cast it next turn. Yeah, I'll just cast it next turn. He saw me put 2 back on top. What do you think was happening? I don't know. So I guess playing the Sacred Foundry out put me in that situation. Yeah, Mending's probably fine. The thing I'm worried about is now I've put a bunch of stuff in my graveyard that I didn't, like, intend to. But it's fine. Are they gonna draw step me here? No. Okay. Draw step click. It's been a while since I've seen the clique. Fetch mending? Yeah. I got like fetch mending. I want to use the resources that are in my own graveyard already right now. Unfortunately, none of these put me up cards. I really don't want to bin both these lands. Don't need Thought Scour right now. Riptide ETB Wizards was the thing in Legacy for a bit. I mean, it's just a very different format with Force of Will existing in it. I feel like I'm supposed to be playing this whole matchup a lot more aggressively than I am. I'm just worried about getting blown out by Surgical. Let's consider. Man, we have found nothing. There's a Phoenix. I want to just flashback the Gaze, just because it's straight card disadvantage, and I just don't. I'm not entirely. I mean, it's not okay. I'm not explaining. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing. I just literally don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here and how I'm supposed to be playing around it, and I guess I'm just literally hoping that the deck will show me what to do at this point. Because I just can't fathom it. You think you should be flashing back Gaze. Well, I now have a Phoenix to get back, so we're going to do that. Try to mill threats into the yard. Yeah, the thing is, like, if I do it at a time where it's not a main phase, then I can't respond by casting the thing. Right? And that's my concern. So that's spell 1, spell 2. I don't want the Phoenix in my hand because we're getting them in play this turn. Love it. All right, so we got 2 Phoenixes coming out, assuming I don't get Surgicaled. Please. Okay, good. Wow. Very lucky. So they don't have Surgical. This is a thing we now know. This looks like Petty Theft. Bolt and Petty Theft? Yeah, I believe you are correct, Bit 6 boy. But I think more people should be playing Surgical, but maybe it's too much on my own mind, and I'm just okay, so I've got more than enough stuff to flash back, and I have a Lavadar to kill a monkey if I have to. Phoenix deck doesn't care if it gets Surgical. Yeah, it does. It really, really does. But But the thing about the Phoenix deck is I don't know if it can play around Surgical. Okay, so that's Murktide. Nice. Play Murktide first. What? I have to get my spells off. Like, I have to get up to the requisite spells if I'm doing the thing. Because you can... Yes. Okay. You had 3 spells if you played Murktide first. So I'll bin that. I'm going to keep the rest of these. Okay. Combat. I'm just going to hit him for 6 here. They're not going to kill me. Is this petty theft? That's fine. So we just draw. Start with Mending. Let's go maximize velocity on Murktide. I could do it this turn. I guess I should just jam it. If they have a counterspell, they have a counterspell, and like, it's not going to stop us. We have a Lavadart for their Brazen Borrower if they choose to try to block. We found the last Phoenix too. Gross. Hey, Turtle Power. Have I played enough spells? 1, 2... No, we need 1 more. Oh my god, I went red. Ah! It's okay. It'll be fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. Yeah. We'll just bolt the face. Yeah. It's fine. We'll just go to combat. It'll be fine. Sorry, I got distracted in the middle of the thing. I even think I said blue. It's okay. We got Murktide in reserve. This is Brazen Borrower. That's fine. Boop. Seems too risky. It's not. They have 0 cards in their graveyard. Murktide can't do any real damage with no cards in their graveyard to make it any bigger. Like, look, they're going to 3 here. Like, there's just... Oh, you need a Kappa or something. Otherwise, I'm just going to read it. Okay, they go to 6. I have 3 more Phoenixes coming back. There we go. Now I understand that you're joking. Okay, so this turn we do the Murktide thing. They literally went to 0 cards in hand. Put it in my graveyard. No. Put it in your graveyard. Nah. Sorry, my opponent asked for the stream link. We did that. We did that. Now we played the Murktide. They asked me for a link. I typed the link. https://www.twitch.com/manasymbol. Don't exile the velocity. Did I? I did not. Wait, what? They didn't have a hand. How are they showing me their hand? That's weird. I mean, maybe, Jake. No, I never should talk to anybody. In fact, last night I was really, really annoyed because someone said something and I was tired and distracted and I thought they were conceding, so I said GG and they were like, "Oh my god, you aggressively GG'd." Because they look at those guns. Oh no, my guns are reasonable. I'm working on my arms and shoulders because my chest, back, and legs are like, every time I work out, it seems like those are like really good workouts, and arms and shoulders are really hard. Yeah, see, Alex. It's just because it's super dense, dude. You put on weight in lockdown again. I tend to eat quite well and balance it by walking a lot. Yeah, walking a lot and exercising. I've gone to the gym twice in the last 4 days and gone for 2 5-mile runs in the last 5 days, which has been good. My knee was really bothering me after the last one, but not today, which is good. I know I'm getting old, though. But if I hadn't transitioned my running technique, I would have really had messed up knees. Oh, running's definitely tough on the knees, but... Yep, that's the way I do it, Cube. I used to run on my heels, but it's because when I started, I was really out of shape. All right, we're going to keep this and pray we hit the land off Consider. Yeah, there are techniques that help with your knees. Basically, you have to run on the balls of your feet, bison. Because running on the balls of your feet allow the foot to act as a shock absorber. And you'll see right away. But the trick is, it's going to take a while to get used to it, and it's gonna suck for a while. Compared to how you were maybe used to running, you are going to be terrible, and you're going to be really sore. It's going to be almost like learning all over again. But that's okay. It's worth it. It took me about 6 months to get used to the transition, but yeah, it's easier to get used to it if you lean forward. That is definitely true. But it's definitely worth it for your knees. Yeah, exactly. You're falling and kind of bouncing. Yeah, it's very much worth it. And then if you learn to do it and you were already a heel striking runner, you can then do both, and you can switch back and forth because that'll make the transition easier. So like if you're used to going out for like a 40-minute or 50-minute or hour-long run, you can switch back and forth as you're doing it. And it's kind of fun because it gives you something to sort of learn as you're doing it, or like focus on rather than just the mechanical act of the running. So I have a bolt for the smith. I'm not really worried about it. I don't think I have to play anything here. I could go Morphos Mending, but that's not enough. It does make you run faster, but when you start running long distances, like over an hour, basically for me, transitioning between each of them is really important because you don't want to overstress any part of the system. I'm just going to pass here because I have enough instant speed stuff. You picked it up. Yeah, some people naturally run on the balls of their feet, and they find it awkward to run with a heel strike, and some people naturally run with a heel strike. Oh, I should have fetched. They can needle me here. They probably shouldn't, but they could, and it would be really bad. talking about running. Please no main deck Needle. Although I think Hardened Scales probably should have one. Okay, good. That's annoying. But whatever. I think we'll be able to overcome whatever they can put down. Hanger back. So that's going to get endinged. Perfect. So they'll probably go to combat here. Nice. Now a running stream with MTG in the background. Exactly. It's what I always wanted, really. Maybe that's going to eat the ending. That is going to eat the ending. We just hit the... Okay, that's great. So now I have Manamorphose, Ending, Mending. But I can't get both of these. So we should Ending the Ravager. Because this is like 1, 2, 3... What was it? 1, 2... No, 1, 2... They don't have a Hardened Scales. My math is all screwed up because there's actually not a Hardened Scales in play. I think I'm probably just supposed to deploy some kind of threat this turn. If I Ending the Walker now... I don't know. This is way too complicated for me. I should just pick a line and stick to it. Getting Arclight into play this turn is feasible. So sack this, go Manamorphose for white. Play Mending, play Ending. And get going with one Phoenix against one Thopter. It's probably fine. They could then use the Ravager to pump the Thopter, but they won't. They could, but they won't. But they could. Yeah, I've definitely been there, Cube. I think let's go small brain. Small, efficient brain. I think this is almost definitely not the best thing to do, but juggling with their ability to sacrifice Hangerback Walker was doing me in. Badagaboosh. It's a rat jam, baby. Alright, so they can make constructs now. So that's probably how they'll choose to spend their mana. Plus cranking the Hanger Walker. Thanks for the follow there, Malik Blitz. They're attacking me. Why are you attacking me? Very strange. Yeah, that's what we're playing, Malik. So let's go Morphos blue-white, play the Mending, and hopefully hit a land. Yeah. Come on, baby. Okay. That gets back a Phoenix. They get a bunch of Thopters unless they want to regenerate, but that's fine. They'll probably regenerate? I don't know. That's a good quote, Basking Rootwalla. Beginning to think that Homer Simpson is not the brilliant tactician that I thought he was. It's more athletic than you'd think, though. Spinning around on the table like that. Alright, so they just let it die. Alright. Double block this nerd. They won't. They're just gonna smash me for like 6, 7. If they have main deck graveyard hate, I might get hosed here. In fact, I'm likely going to. The double Saga draw is really probably gonna put us in the ground a little bit. This looks like garbage. It's really good, the bin. I've been misplaying my butt off, and we're currently 3-0, 6-0. We haven't dropped a game, so I mean we're likely gonna lose this one, but ooh, yeah, that's a big deal, right? Because they're playing Walking Ballista. Yikes. We may have found our nemesis. Green-white hardened scales. We can't exile it and then play Murktide, so maybe we'll be okay. We'll have a lethal Murktide very quickly. We'll see. So Phoenix is on Chump Construct duty. They can regenerate. They can buy their Luris this turn, most likely. Oh, this is the Metallica's Death Magnetic, which I never really listened to, but I heard it was a return to form for them, and it certainly sounds like it. It's the most metal thing I've heard from them from that era. Anything post-80s, this is by far the most metal thing I've heard them play. Still not great. I mean, so far it's really good. How hyped are we for the Mario movie? I didn't hear about it. Carrie and Lich is in my club with that comment. Such a shame they never put out any albums after Justice for All. Yeah, I know. They could have been something. They could have been something real good, but you know, sometimes it's better to quit while you're ahead. I don't know how I feel about the Mario movie. I have no particularly strong feelings. We'll see it when we see it. Okay, this cast is kind of driving me up the wall already, though. Like, okay, so Mario's not being played by Mario, who's alive. It's animated, right? Where they're not doing live action? I know nothing. But, like, shot for shot remake of the original. So there's basically no way I can get my Phoenix back. But we can play Murktide into Ox here, which seems pretty damn good. But they can go Luris into... Luris into Arcbound Ravager. But then they only have 2 attackers. No, they have 3. And they can dump all the Arcbound Ravager counters onto any of them. So I don't think we can do that, because I'll die. Merkhold Bolt. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Small Murktide. The other one's big enough to carry for both of them. So this means we get to block Construct and Thopter and then Bolt the other Thopter if they go all in. Well, if it was animated, the bin, it wouldn't be, right? Sorry, are we having live action? Is that what I'm getting from this? We're doing live action Mario? That's so stupid. That's so stupid. Just my opinion. Obviously, I don't know if it's live or animated. It really should be animated. It's animated? Good. Good, thank God. Yeah. So then he should be the voice of the Mario should be the voice of Mario. All the characters should be. I don't understand this at all. I don't. It's okay. I'm not required to. This isn't for me. This is not being made for me. Yeah. Well, because the reason the bin is because they want to sell tickets. Yeah, Illumination made Despicable Me and Minions and all that crap, so... And they're very good. So... Mario being played by Harvey Keitel. Listen, Peach, you're quite the gal, but... Alright, opponents tank it on their green-white lines. For live action, it's Danny DeVito or Ryan. So the point is, they want to sell tickets, and like putting Chris Pratt as the star of your movie is going to sell tickets. Like, that's just the way the world is right now. They didn't attack. I guess that makes some amount of sense. So we need to find enough spells to get Phoenix back as another blocker, I guess. That did not help. Gilbert Gottfried is one. I'm not interested in telling you you're wrong, Cube. I'm not interested in telling you you're wrong. Yeah, Sonic was very good. We're gonna get Mortar Potted? It's possible. I need more blockers, that's the problem, and I can't make it happen. I can kill the Luris, but we just die. I can Thought Scour to try to find more Phoenixes. Yeah. Bolt Scour Ox. That's not good enough. So now I can go Mending Bolt. And we found the Phoenix. That's huge. Okay. It really does when you're playing 4 of them, Mord. It's a huge deal when you're playing 4 of them. If you had a Planeswalker, choose a Planeswalker to have its arena voice lines redubbed by Gilbert Gottfried. I mean, so the honest answer is Tibble, but the funnier answer for me is like probably Teferi, because it gets played a lot more. What was the I'm known for my impeccable sense of timing? Is that the line? I think that's it. Did they draw Prismatic? No. What is this? They draw Prismatic Ending? They're casting it for X5, but 4 colors? What the hell is happening? Oh, Ballista? Yeah. No, Hangerback. Okay. But they can't sack it, so that's good. They can sack it. Never mind. We have enough blockers, we're not dead. But that's game over. Yeah, that's game over. We're not going to be able to beat this. Funniest answer would be Nissa? Sure. Yeah, that's exactly what happened, Mord. I got rid of that Ravager earlier. Oh, wait. No, they sacked it to itself. Yeah, they found possibly the best top deck. Another point for Anger of the Gods? Kind of. Okay, you can't kill me this turn, opponent, and trying to will get you killed. I mean, it won't necessarily get them killed, but this is like really, really randomly reckless. I mean, it's not really reckless, but it's like mildly reckless. I don't actually know what I could draw out. I know that I want to draw Lavadart. I guess Lavadart Bolt with the Ox. That would do it. That would do it. I think Lavadart Bolt with the Ox would kill them here. Nine in front of Ravager? They kill it anyway, right? Or did they have to sack all their Thopters to do that, though? And that's the reason we should have done it? I want as much red as possible, but I've already got that. We'll just swell Murktide here. Uno más. Murktide. Looking pretty dead. I mean, I agree with you, but we could draw Bolt Lavadart, and that kills them. No, we just need the Lavadart now. Just Lavadart. Or Morphos Bolt? Double Morphos is pretty good. Good start. Oh, we're getting our Phoenixes back now. And there are 3. So we just go red. Go red again. Could Thought Scour into Bolt and mill over the Lavadart? Yeah. Or another Phoenix. Okay. Well, now I have enough blockers. So we just pass here. And we are not out of resources at all. So they need another great top deck. That's not good enough. That doesn't affect the board that much. So we have to block everything with something. So Ox goes on Ravager. Yeah, that's exactly it, Mord. Or even Murktide to kill the Thopter is better, right? Because it's flying. Not that it matters. It's pretty marginal. And we still have Prismatic Ending. Kill the Thopter. Yeah, I think so too. This was a really, really bad attack for them, I think. The ending's going to devastate them because they're going to go all in to kill my 14/14 Murktide, and then it's going to be like K. Yeah. I can't believe we're probably going to win this game. They can still come back. But it's looking very poor. I believe it is possible for them to come back from this situation. Yeah, we might need to Steven's voice. That is 100% something that was on my mind. We'll just see how it goes. If they did not attack, I think they won 100%. We have lethal, I think. Depends if they kill my Murktide or not. Yeah, the Ox has been insane. Just this whole league. I mean, if Cavedan wanted to find the best Ox list ever, I think he did it. And their construct still died. That's so good for us. We're killing this Thopter, I'm pretty sure. I guess killing the Ozolith means... So it's basically, do we want to die to Ballista? Don't kill Thopter. We kill the Ozolith, right? Because if they top deck a... Yeah, Ballista. That's what I'm worried about more than anything else. That's a very good draw. Just jump the Thopter? Yeah, we're gonna get a Phoenix back, so... But I don't even want to do that. I think what we do... So if they draw Ballista, they can play it for 2, which means it comes down for 3, which means they can remove a Phoenix. So I think we can only attack with 1 Ox for the moment. Yeah, that's just what I'm working out right now, Mort, is that I need to keep both the Phoenixes back, but that's fine. And then end of turn, I'll probably play the front side of Otherworldly Gaze because I have more than enough resources, and 1 Ox, 1 bird should be able to... No, if they draw Walking Ballista, they kill a bird, and they kill me. The bird, the one that we left back, and then we die. So Walking Ballista has been the thing that we're sort of most aware of dying to at the moment. So this helps me find as much stuff as possible. Okay, bin it. Let's gaze on upkeep. Do I have enough? Yeah, I have the Lava Dart. Bin it. Keep it? Yeah, I understand offbeat hero. I don't have time to really worry about that. Think I can keep that? Yeah, I think I can keep that. Draw. Radical! And then we gaze for the flip. I say flip, I mean pull out the Arclights. Yeah. Bin it. Not just bin it all. Combat. Okay, now we can attack with 1 Phoenix, 1 Ox. If the card in their hand is Dismember plus they... Yeah, I know, Stevens. I see it. If the card in their hand is Dismember plus they draw a Walking Ballista, we could die to that. Or Land Ballista. Land Ballista kills me too. Yeah. Alright, so I made a mistake by attacking that way, but we're okay. Do I have another Prismatic Ending? I have 1 more Prismatic Ending. So we're also digging towards that. I guess part of the problem now is that bringing back the Phoenixes is going to take a lot more... Is taking a lot of deck. Well, each Otherworldly Gaze actually doesn't need to mill me at all. So let's cast 1 in Upkeep. No, I don't want to do it now, do I? I think I do. Because if I find Bolt, it's lethal, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. All the bolts are gone. Do 1 on Upkeep. Yeah, just to select. So we find Prismatic Ending, we win now. Oh, Phoenix. Okay, that means we can cast. We'll leave the other 2 cards. So we'll go, okay, top, draw Thought Scour, scour them. And if I Lava Dart them and attack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they're dead. Even with a Dismember. So I played the Flashback. I played the Thought Scour. I played the... Yeah, okay, we're good. I think this is lethal and it doesn't matter what they have anymore. Yeah, I know Zabaz can fly. We're good. There's nothing they can have now. Yeah. I mean, technically there's something they could have, but they wouldn't. They wouldn't have it. Okay, so that was game 1. So Path is really good. Wear Tear is really good. Most of our games have actually been blowouts, Steven's voice. Thanks, Lusitani. Lusitani Tubaraljo. I like that. So I think I want these 4. Yeah, I think I played the game pretty well, Jake. But I mean, I have people in chat to thank for that. So they've got too many blockers for Maximize Velocity to be something I want. Radical Idea, I don't think so. Oh, we want the other Lava Dart, I think. Is it crazy that I want to trim a Murktide Regent? Probably. Or some bolts. The thing that is really frightening is if they just get like a super wide board of Thopters, we're toast. And they do play Saga, so maybe I should have Alpine Moon. Because the constructs are a problem there too. Oh, thanks, Jake. Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you very much. I agree with you. I can. All right, let's just like trim around the edges a little bit, I think. Should be at least 1 more, but probably, or possibly 2 more. I think I was planning on 2. I'm definitely making a cup of coffee after this league. Next up, we're playing Nahiri Boom, which should be a little bit easier on my brain. Hand is good. I'm just making some board adjustments. Well, you gotta. That's a great deck to customize, though, right? Like, because it's... Okay, we're just going to put out Scalding Tarn here. If they play a bunch, or if they play any number of 0-drops with the Hardened Scales in play, I might go fetch... Oh, do I want to Wear Tear the Saga right now? I really do. Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, it was good. It was good. Crap. Okay. So I could have killed the Springleaf in response, or the Hardened Scales in response. Arcbound Mouser. That was unexpected. Sure. Sure. Yikes. There's a doings a transpiring. So I'd like to find a Prismatic Ending for their Arcbound, or for their Hangerback Walker. I don't know how reasonable that is. Murktide next turn OP. So right now we can go Steam Vents, Faithful Mending, and then next turn go Morphose, something, Murktide, get the Phoenix back, and hopefully more. Question is, like, am I going to be too dead by then? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think I have time to be concerned about it. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So we're going to disenchant the Hardened Scale, shatter the Ballista, shatter the Ozolith. We're just going to Morphose, Murktide. Yeah. I don't know. As long as they don't have a way to sacrifice their Hangerback Walker, I'm not super frightened of it. Kill Ballista plus the Scales, right? And then I just have to pray they don't draw a sacrifice outlet. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Yes, and? Okay, they just wanted the 2 counters. Makes sense. So you're going to have a very large lifelinker.
Make way for Willie! I said make way for Willie, you bloated gust bug!
Good draw. Gaze. Bottom or graveyard. Graveyard top. Oh, I ended up with a Phoenix in my hand. I did not bin that at any point. I think I meant to. That's okay. Okay, so their lifelinker is nullified for the moment. They don't currently have any flyers except for the Inkmoth Nexus. So I'm in a good spot. They can get Luris now, though, and then Luris into Ballista next turn with any one land. So I kind of need to pedal to the metal here. So we're going to go consider into the next Murktide. Need to start sequencing Murktide before the flashback spells, I think. I was thinking I was going to get Phoenix back this turn, and I didn't have a way to discard it, which put me in a situation where I ended up messing myself up. So that's what happened with that. Put Ox in the graveyard. Yeah. You gotta exile the Ox here? That's probably fine. Yeah. Let Murktide do the work. That's the plan. We're going to crack him for 10 here, and we should have lethal next turn. And Path to Exile should insulate me through almost anything they could have. Yes, I understand that more. I completely agree with you. Because I connected this turn rather than holding back both my threats, it means that the lifelink creature is a much less big deal, unless it's going to be actually lethal, which is really important. The hangerback's not a problem as long as they can't find a way to sacrifice it. If they play any sacrifice outlet, I have to path the hangerback in response. I have to. Unfortunately, the counters go on the Ozlith, which means they'll get a gigantic lifelinker. So, yeah. Yes. Creature leaves the battlefield. We just block. No, we don't block. Because if they have a sacrifice outlet, their life total goes to the same number whether if we block or not. So don't block. Fair. They can ping it and kill it. What? If they have a ballista, got it. Fair enough. They do have 2 Inkmoths, so they have blockers. They have Luris. They could have access to Luris, but then they won't have double. They don't. Oh, they do have the Luris. Oh, Luris is the last card in their hand already. Got it. Yeah, I missed them putting it in. I see. But if this plays Ballista, we're fine. Because that means they're not going to have mana to do anything. They play Scales. They have 1 blocker, and I have Path to Exile. They're dead. They have 1 blocker, I have Path to Exile. It's over. Yeah, they've died. Put Phoenix in my graveyard. Sure. Upkeep Gaze. Bin. Keep the bolt. Draw the bolt. Bolt Dolores for BM. I mean, I've played Gaze. I can't get my Phoenixes back. It doesn't matter. We just go attack, and then we go Bolt Path, or whatever. It's over. They have 0 cards in hand. They can't do anything about this. Because the jig is always up, Mord. It's because the jig is always up. It's never not been up. Who's 4-0? 4-0-8-0? Are we 4-0-8-0? Okay, just... Potentially bears repeating. Otherworldly Gaze is kind of cracked in this deck. I'm going to go to the washroom for a second, get some carbonated water. If you guys want to gamble, do so now. Alrighty. Oh, Roy wasn't here to do the prediction, and Alex doesn't like to do the prediction because, yeah, I got it. I see it. I'll put it up. My bad. Because Alex wants to gamble. All right. It's a short one. It's 2 minutes, so go to it, folks. Yeah, huh? Cavedan's list is cracked in half. It is. I have been misplaying and feeling completely overwhelmed nonstop, and we have been completely crushing. There have been some tight games, but there have been some completely just blowouts. Also, someone put on Freebird, and that is the best. That might be Alex Mord. He's pretty much here all the time. He's not a subscriber, yet somehow he has, like, the most points out of everyone. One out of the 5-0. I'm never punting out of the 5-0. I am never punting out of the 5-0. Unless it just happens naturally, because I'm a garbage player. But, you know. I missed a follow from Wekis. Sorry, this has been a really intense league. So, for Leyline of the Void, for Rip. I think this deck could beat that. Because assuming that the rest of your deck is kind of garbage, which it would be with that amalgamation. for Sanctifier. Well, Sanctifier... I mean, there is Murktide in this deck, Mord. So Sanctifier is not... Make it like blue-white control. Yeah. Just play blue-white control with like 4 Rest in Peace. That'd probably be good enough, right? Because you can protect the Rest in Peace in that deck. Okay, so Psytrick is our final opponent. Sup, Wekis? Are you one of the South American people? It's possible Turtle Power. We're against Luris. I'll keep this hand. It's a little slow, but I think we'll be okay. I don't care, Kaya. I literally never pay attention. Like, when I'm streaming, I'm so overloaded with information, I feel that I can't deal with any more. Okay, so it's probably Mill. And we have a Murktide in hand. So as long as Murktide doesn't get Surgical, we're probably okay. Prismatic Ending's an okay draw. I don't want to search. So let's shock that I might Lightning Bolt a Crab. I don't have double blue. I'm eventually going to have to search, so maybe I should have just done it on turn 1 because of the potential of Archive Trap. Okay. So this means if they play a fetch land, I get to kill it before the second mill. Sure. Is Mill a good or bad matchup? It honestly depends on exactly what list they're running, because some of them are playing like 4 to 6 surgicals in the 75, and some of them are playing a lot of counter magic. So it's really just going to come down to, like, their hand is lined up terribly against our hand here. I think we search this turn. No, I could turn to the Murktide. I guess it cleans out my graveyard pretty effectively. Yeah, I think we're supposed to turn to the Murktide. It's just too important to get this game over. Blue. I have to get blue. Exactly 5 spells were in the graveyard. Works for me. So if they had Archive Trap into Drown, that would have been bad. 4 surgical. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Carrion Lich. Like, that would be sucky to run into. They got Field. They can force a search, but it doesn't matter because they've already... So Murktide triggers on stuff leaving my graveyard, so I should flashback Radical before I hit them to make it 9 this turn, and we can get it to 10 next turn. But first, let's kill the crab. You would have played land drop first? Why? Then I would have played the wrong land drop. I would have played the wrong land drop. I probably would have played the Spirebluff, and then I wouldn't have double white to do this again. Now I can't get enough damage next turn with what I have to work with at the moment. Oh, we can play Otherworldly, and then in the upkeep we can flashback 2. That's not enough. Hopefully they mill over the Lava Dart. I know Radical is an instant. I wanted to get the pump. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Is Otherworldly replacing Thought Scour? No. I actually don't know what it's replacing in Spike's list. I could look and probably see it pretty easily. Unless I deleted it, which I bet I did. I did. I don't know. I could look it up on my Stream Decker, but... Serum or Slight? Oh, it's Serum. It's Serum Visions. It's Serum Visions. Do I want any of these cards? Is it crazy to just bin all these like I normally do? Play around triple trap. Okay, so we'll just put none of them. And then we'll stack the... Morphose on top? Consider on top? I don't know. It probably doesn't matter too much. You'd leave the Manamorphose? I just left them all. One trap. No, that has to be the first trap that they've drawn, though. They're just looking for Surgical now, right? Double trap into Emrakul? Well, now we're going to see their other color. It's probably white. Is that mono blue? That can't be right. Cycle Fractured Sanity. Okay. There's the Lavadar. They're dead. They're just dead. Sanity grinding? Yeah, maybe. Ox in the yard. Tarn in the yard. Draw the Consider. We got a bunch of Phoenixes there, too. So just go draw. Go Consider. Dream Twist in the graveyard. No. I twist you, opponent. I twist you. Oh, I'm choked on blue. How's the Ox of Agonas been? Really good. Lavadart them. I'm not even going to float the mana. It doesn't matter. They don't have any free spells, right? And they didn't have a Surgical. Oh, and if they Surgicaled me... No, this is only instant sorcery. Whatever. We killed them there. No removal mill does not seem... Well, they might have had Prismatic Endings that whole game, Carrion. We didn't see any other color. Okay, so this is a Flusterstorm matchup, right? And Lavadart, and I don't think I want the endings. Obviously, Flusterstorm can't beat the other card. They did fetch multiple times. They never got a second color, but they also got only islands, and maybe they just didn't... Like, maybe the card in their hand was Prismatic Ending, which just isn't relevant, right? Well, Blue-White has been doing very well recently, Wine of the Veins, as has Esper because of Kaya's Guile. There's an argument to bring in Surgical to Surgical yourself, but that turns on Trap. Ravenous Trap? Oh, Archive Trap. Yeah, but Archive Trap's going to be on. Any number of Archive Traps that they're going to draw through most of the game, they're going to be able to resolve them. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Jake. You Surgical your own Phoenix to... Yeah, I get it. And I'm saying maybe we should be doing that because we need to keep the threats in the deck. We have to. Like... no, that means you are on the Doubter's side. So the 1 means selection prediction 1, and the 2 means prediction 2. And 1 is usually believers, and 2 is usually doubters. Or is it something versus doomers? I don't know. I think we should be bringing in the surgical here. If I end up feeling really stupid about it, then we have game 3. Maximize velocity actually could end up being really good. With even just with Ox.
Just give him one of these.
Radical idea, don't feel like I need that. And then Dream Twist, probably don't need that one. Oh no, it's all good wine. I don't care about it. People can bet however they want. Strategically, non-strategically. Alright. Can we keep this hand again? Probably. I just need to play around the remand. You'd mull this? Yeah, I guess I should find some of the interactive stuff. No, I mean... The thing is, if they're on the play, they get to hold up remand. Like, this version is much better at playing at instant speed than the blue-black or even the blue-white. Yeah, this deck has gotten a lot of stuff from Innistrad. I almost want to mull this one again. But I'm probably supposed to keep it, right? You like this hand a lot? Alright. Is removal. I don't really think the Lavadar counts as removal, but that's why I'm bottoming it. That's true, Alex. I have considered that before. Yeah, so they're on white. They probably had a Prismatic Ending in their hand all of last game, and they just didn't need to cast it because, obviously. So we'll go blue-red here. Because I don't need to play this anytime soon. And you fetch now because if they have an Archive Trap, they have the Archive Trap. But every draw step could get them another one. So wherever you can play around Archive Trap. But I play most games assuming that any number of Archive Traps they have, they will be able to fire off. And then later in the game, sometimes you get to play around it. But within the first couple turns, it's like usually if they're going to have it, they're going to have it. Hand looks like limited minus bolt. Yeah, it certainly could. Although I feel like drafting 3 considers would be really good. They hit one of our surgicals, but none of our threats. So I'll bolt this now, and then we'll upkeep Gaze. Have you been quad trapped before? I think once. I know I've been triple trapped a bunch of times. They had 2 surgicals? Brutal. So let's go Gaze. Well, shit. Is it worth skipping a land drop for that? I think it is. Shuffle? I think it's worth skipping a land drop to pick up the Murktide here. I really, really do. So I'm going to do that. I don't know if it's correct or not, but that's what I'm doing. Yeah. I don't know if it's correct. That's just the choice that I made. Surgical Self is lethal lines with Murktide. Yeah, it can be, yeah. Yeah, it certainly can be. Okay, that's annoying. Let's see if we just draw it. We did not. We just have to find a land. All right, we're gonna die to not finding the land. First hand would have been different. Land, please. One time. Nope. Eh. We've drawn all 4 considers, though. 18. We're on the draw, though. I mean, come on. Yeah. Like, I don't know. We were on the draw. And we had tons of selection. When we Otherworldly Gaze, they didn't mill us right afterwards. So we had 4 digs that turn. And their first couple mills hit multiple lands off our deck. So this is just bad luck. Oh yeah, I kept the Murktide. Sorry, I did keep the Murktide, but I don't think that was wrong. So I'll just pass here. Faithful Mending on their end step. If I'm gonna do this, I should fetch now. Okay, I understand that, but I'm just saying I am fairly certain it was important to find a threat that I could make sure that I was going to have. That's it. I mean, I agree it was very important to hit the land, but it was also important to have a threat. Yeah, we were just a little bit unlucky. I don't know. Right, I get it. We found the Ox and a Flusterstorm. So we're going to start trying to get through some of their counters, I guess. I don't have enough time to cast all these considers anyway. But I have to keep stuff in reserve because of that. So I'll just cast the Murktide first. If they send it back, we can cast again next turn. We can always pump it more. Plus, they've got the Soul Guide to pump it for me. Threat itself does nothing without the mana anyway. I mean, yeah, I get it. We had no threat. I guess I was supposed to depend on stuff coming out of the graveyard, but they've got the Soul Guide Lantern, so I can't do that. Like, I don't know. It feels like we're hemmed in, and I think I made a choice that puts me in a place where now I have threats going into my graveyard and a threat in my hand, rather than only one of those two things. Like, I just have to keep jamming this Murktide. That's the only thing for it right now, I think. So I might just die here. Oh, worse. Kind of. So this turn, I want to play 3 spells so that they have to clear my yard. Just keep all these on top. Actually, I want the land, though. So we do that. Then we do Ox, Gaze, Spirebluff. Draw the Spirebluff. Thought Scour at them. So this is the spell that gets me to the Phoenixes, which means they have to crack the Soul Guide. And they don't have to, they will. But I'm down to 20 cards, so the problem is we're almost definitely dead. We're down to 17. Put Ox and Arclight in my graveyard, though. So that's something. So let's go for the double Phoenix play here. Go to combat. Alright, one Phoenix. Carry us to victory, little boy. Little Phoenixy, glorious bastard. Go! 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 Path to Exile. Jerk. Alright. Go, red chick. Oh, no. That's a lot of looks at a threat. We've only lost one Murktide? Is that... No. What? How is that possible? There's another. Another Soul Guide. That sucks. Alright, I just play the Phoenix out of my hand, so it's not too bad. They eat the Ox, sure. And they're down to one card in hand, so we can get there. It's not likely, but we can. Murktide off the top, please. One time. All right. Yeah. So this is almost definitely lethal, whatever it is. No freaking what? Where did they get all the card selection to find 3 paths? Yeah, I guess so. They do crack the Lantern to draw. So at least they're worried about winning. Yeah, but that is the way it is now. Wine of the Veins. They're just better. It's just the facts, man. We're down to 7 cards, so sure. You got me. I don't know. I mean, they played a bunch of remands, but that really... I guess I should be playing this, actually. It's another threat. It's not much, but it's something. We saw everything they played. They did not have Surgical, right? I think we can gamble that they're not playing Surgical. I think so. Because I think they're just playing Soul Guides because of Emrakul's. It's way better to do that than Surgical it. Alright. We've got a hand, like, it's almost exactly the same as the one I had last time. Manic seems better than Bolt since it hits Lantern. Yeah, you're probably right. I would really like to have a second land here, but I don't. But I have 2 Considers and a Bolt. It's fine. Well, it'll be fine. We already have the Murktide in hand, so... So Mill was the first deck that took a game off of us. Probably not surprising. Turn 0 or turn 1 Soul Guide Lantern. Not what I was expecting. Probably means they have Archive Trap in hand. Mm-hmm. One-time land? I guess they have paths. They're exiling my yard? Fuck. I guess it makes it a little less all-in feeling. It's going really, really good, Dave. Except for the Mill matchup is horrible. I think I've lost to Mill every time I've played against it recently. Every time. It's just, like, currently my nemesis. We lost the Hallowed Fountain. Well, better get the white source now. But then I can't Murktide next turn. I have Manamorphose. Alright. The crab! Oh, they're missing the land this time. You see. It's really good for us. And they don't have white mana. Dave with the sub. Enjoy your donut with a bite out of it. Holy crap. I'm going to do this until I hit a land. I am not going to do this until I hit a land. We'll just go blue-blue this time. Ha! That would have been... That's really close. Let's go! Let's go! It's a bloody great dragon. It's got heaps of counters. Just heaps of counters. Alright, so we'll go draw. Is there any amount that I'm supposed to do more damage? Because this makes this 9, and then next turn I can jumpstart it, which makes that one 10. So we're 1 point short of lethal. We got to keep the Flusterstorm in case they go white source path you. It's not a white source. Might as well fetch. Do. Go ahead and fetch. The thing is, they're going to fill my yard now, so there's a good chance we find flashback spell that makes my attack lethal. We did not yet. Hopefully we will. There's no way they play an unsummon, so I'm going to Thought Scour myself here. Is it crazy to Thought Scour ourselves? It's not, right? Did I lose Lava Darts before? I lost one. So there's one more. I feel like I'm playing with fire, but I also feel like Velocity's lethal. No, it's not. It's one short. It is 1 point short. We've already been over this, right? Velocity's the plan. I need one more point of damage. I need to deal one more point of damage. And the question is, what's the best way to do that? Leave grave. I don't know what that means. I'm going to mill them. Yeah, I know it leaves my graveyard. That's... Yes, I understand that. And it also gives Murktide +1/+1, which will make it how big this turn? Is the answer 10/10? I think it's 10/10. It's a sorcery. No, it's okay. Got a Manamorphose? I do not. Because if I Manamorphose, it takes me off of having Flusterstorm. Yeah, exactly. And this still puts them to Bolt is lethal, so it's okay. There's a good chance they don't have an out. Yeah, I know I can Manamorphose to build Storm Count. Well, if they path... No, because if they path, they might also have Remand up. I mean, again, this is a lot going right for them, right? But I'm just, like, trying to think of all the things that could realistically happen. And I think everything that I've mentioned so far is completely realistic. They bounce Oboro. That's fine. This means they don't have white. Velocity makes them die to Dart. That's true. It's okay. Probably fine. This is also fine, right? If this... It doesn't matter what this is. Soul Guide doesn't matter. Yeah, you're probably right, Phillipson. We haven't cast Hermit yet. This is the first time we boarded it in. This is probably like a Tasha's or something. Yeah. We just Flusterstorm this and it's over. Bye, opponent. Because they already made their land drop this turn, so it's over. There's just no... There's no out. Unless it's Verdict. Two trophies in 2 days. We're getting cereal now. Give you your beans? Sure. Fuck. Sorry. So the only deck that took a win off of us was Mill. I'm going to redesign the bean logo soon. All right. And the trophy race gets more interesting. So the other things I've designed almost everything on here myself, except for the good emotes. And I say good emotes. The Ralph emote was the first emote I did myself. The other emotes I had someone do for me. So almost everything on my stream I've done myself. Okay, so... Or do you mean the deck? This is not my deck. So this was Cavedan's deck. Yeah, Otherworldly Gaze was cracked in half every time we played it. But more importantly, in my opinion, the threat suite in this deck seemed way better for me than Demilich. And playing against and playing with the Phoenix deck, the number of times in the early game that I stumbled and wasn't able to get to the Demi-Lich was high. Now, that said, when Spike plays it, he's an expert at it, and if it's possible to get to the Lich, he doesn't miss the line, whereas like I feel like I did probably a couple times. Fair, let's get that out of the way. This version is at minimum more user-friendly for someone who's beginning, and then maybe Spike's deck is just as good as this, but they are very different. Changing your threat suite by this amount is very different. Ox was great. Murktide was great. Like, insane. So, and having 8 spells that easily get you to a gigantic turn 2 Murktide is just like a really good way to take wins. So, yeah, there's a bunch of flex slots here. So we outlined them before: Lavidart, Maximize Velocity, Radical Idea, and Dream Twist. I really liked Lavidart. I really liked Lavidart, but they were all fine. Radical Idea was the most medium. I agree with that. Yeah. But the thing about... there's one Dream Twist chase. Yeah, I think another Lavidart. And also, yeah, we got a 5-0 Tarsus. Yeah. So, I know. Yeah, I know. Lavidart is definitely an annoying card. I really hate it. Well, Kaya, they've never stopped losing to you, Etron, so of course they're going to complain about it. But yeah, this deck was phenomenal. Yeah, the sideboard was kind of interesting and difficult to nail down. The Path to Exile was important in a time where we brought it in. The Flusterstorm was important in a time where we brought it in. Chalice, Flusterstorm's a good 1-2 punch against Cascade decks. Surgical didn't really come up. No, yeah, it did. We played against another Phoenix deck. We crushed them with it because we Surgical both their threats. What am I talking about? It was great. Why are you off Demi-Lich? Is it the lack of flying? No, it's the fact that it's a 4/3 that doesn't have haste, that requires mana for its payoff ability, that requires you to play 4 spells, that requires you to eat things out of the graveyard. It's just like Murktide Regent's just better, in my opinion. I think Murktide Regent is better than Demi-Lich, and what's the right way to say it? Like, it's got a much higher floor, but almost the same ceiling as playing Demi-Lich. So, Alex summed it up. Anyway, if you're in the future watching this on the YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, check out any of my other videos you're interested in, and I will